Hello, hello, guys. Can y'all see me? Can you hear me? I'm giving it a minute to catch up. Oh, I better load this on my iPad or I will not see any comments whatsoever. Happy Sunday. Can you guys hear me? See me? I'm moving. Let me get on Facebook. I do not need to be Facebook while I do this, huh? That would not be good. Hello, hello. Right on time. I did it. I clicked it as soon as it said 1 second. Are you guys having a good weekend? My weekend has been crazy, crazy busy. But my son is back from his trip, his 2 week trip. He came back in one piece. So that was super good. I asked him if he had a good trip, and he said, yeah. I was talking to him while he was at the airport, and he was like, yeah, but I'm ready to go home. And I said, oh, that's good. I hope you learned your lesson and you never leave me again. I thought it was funny. My goodness. I got so caught up talking to certain people for like the past hour and a half, I completely missed the interview room live that I postponed this to go watch. So you guys are going to have to fill me in. Is there really a gag order on the Summer Wells case? I mean, I can go back and watch whatever he did afterwards, but is there a gag order? You'll have to let me know. Oh, let's move this. Good to see you. I know, I've been looking forward to this all week. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm going to announce the winner of the Boxycharm thing here in a minute. That's going to be super fun. I picked the winner about an hour or so ago. My channel. Let me pull up these comments so I can see. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm good now. Oh man, my voice is still in and out. It's still kind of goofy. I wish it would go. It's driving me nuts. It doesn't hurt at all, but it's driving me crazy that it keeps going. You thought it was at 7. Here we go. So, see how many people we got in here. Oh, 43. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, so I picked the winner of the Boxycharm thing. I picked, actually, I'll show it to y'all so you believe me that this was on the up and up. Let me see. Share screen, Chrome tab. That's not it. That's not it. There's that. I don't have to share audio. Can y'all see this? Here is the winner. Congratulations to Emma Nielsen. Please put me in the drawing. Good stuff. That is who won our 1,000 subscriber Boxycharm Anastasia Beverly Hills Takeover giveaway. That is so super fun. So all this is it's a YouTube random comment picker. So y'all know I didn't like rifle through and do anything shady. It just picks a comment for me. I was super excited about it. So now I'll turn that off. Remove. Good deal. Stop sharing that screen. So if you are in the live chat, send me an email or I guess the other thing would be come join Discord. That's the second big announcement. I guess we'll just take care of like housekeeping stuff here at the beginning. Um, I got my Discord server up and going. Now I'm not promising you that it's great because right before I came in here, apparently there are locks on rooms that maybe shouldn't be. So I'm not going to even claim that I'm good at this, but it is up. There are mods in there. And then I invited channel members and Patreons in. And we kind of stress tested a little bit, not a ton, but we've got some different stuff going on in there. So if one of the mods will share the Discord link, you guys can come in and we can talk about stuff and all that good stuff. And if Emma Nielsen is in here and you can hear me, I will tag you in the comment thing and I'll put it in the description box too. Um, or you can hear it in the replay if you're listening to the replay. You can jump on Discord and send me a message so that I can get your stuff mailed out to you Tuesday. I'm going to the post office Tuesday. So that is super, super cool. So I've got a couple, let's see, what else, other announcements do I have? We did the Discord thing, we did the giveaway. I missed the Summer Wells thing, which is great because that's what I want to talk about. Um, yep, congrats, Emma. What else do we have? We have a new case. Have you guys been keeping up with, or did anybody watch my video on Michael Joseph Vaughn, the little boy in Idaho that's missing from this week? Yep. I've got to turn off my Discord notifications. I'm getting notifications every 5 seconds. Y'all know who I'm talking about, this little missing boy. I want to talk about him too. That case is a little, it's weird to me. I want to talk about it. I have the press conference that I'm going to play here in just a minute and we'll talk about it. I'm kind of curious to see if you guys think or pick up on the same things that I picked up in the press conference that I thought were really weird. You do, yeah. They call him Monkey. He's so dang cute. Somebody sent me a thing and was like, "Don't you think he kind of looks like Summer Wells?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they could pass as relatives. They do look a lot alike." What is it with these missing kids? I about can't take it. That's so sad. These missing kids. It's just, and he's 5 years old too. Him and Summer are the same age. I guess he would be starting kindergarten this year. That's what he should be doing. From what I can tell, he has an older brother and a younger sister. So he's the middle child. Yeah, that case is starting to blow up. I'm afraid it's going to be another bad one. We are on day 47 of Summer Wells being missing, and Michael, this is day 4, right? 4 or 5. Um, Yay! Hello, Linda Strickland. I just wanted to say thank you to my mods. I had a lot of people step up this week and really helped. Algo, he helped me get Discord stuff going. We've got Chelsea, we've got Pilgrim, we got Kay. We've had so many people come in and help. So I'm so lucky to have really, really good friends. They've really helped me out this week, do all kinds of stuff and keep me sane. They talk to me way late at night when I should be asleep. I've had such a weird sleep schedule this week. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about besides Summer and Michael? I can go over the updates that I did this week. The lady in Breonna Taylor. Yeah, Breonna Taylor is the woman down in Florida. They finally charged her for murdering her 2 daughters. She's got first-degree murder charges. They were the 2 little girls, Destiny and Daisha. They found them in the canal. They had been drowned. Remember I showed you guys that press conference and I said that woman is being checked out for mental issues. That's why they hadn't charged her yet. And sure enough, that's what they were doing. That case is so sad. 2 little girls, beautiful little girls. Beautiful. I felt so bad. Whenever I work on these videos, I try so hard to find pictures of the victims and I always name the case after the victim, not the perpetrator, because I don't like to give them daylight if I don't have to. But those little girls, there was like one photo. There was only one photo. And I felt so bad. I mean, they were beautiful in the picture, but I hate it when I just have one. I've been so aggravated with this Michael Vaughn. Like, it's only one picture of him floating around. But I think I found, somebody sent me some pictures of him from Facebook. I guess I got in a Facebook group, but I've been like up to here. They seem to be saying the same thing I'm saying. So I don't see any new information there, but that thing is weird. Let's see, what else was my other update? It was Breonna Taylor. Who was the other update? Oh, the little boy that they found in the Chattahoochee River down in Atlanta. They DNA matched him to the woman that was arrested. That is his mom. They have not released his name yet, which is sad because I want to give him a name. I mean, he has a name, but they haven't said what his name is. But yeah, that's been super sad. Super sad. So, what are you guys talking about down here, huh? I'm going to show you guys the press conference from the Michael Vaughn thing. It pretty much sums up, but I'm telling you, there's hardly any coverage for him. If you look him up on YouTube, there's like 4 or 5 um, things that they've ran on the news. And the last time I looked, I saw my video and one more. I don't know today if there's any more, if other people are talking about it or not. But there's not a lot of information out about that. About that, they're not for him to be missing 4 days. It's kind of sad. Yeah, you guys are talking about the same thing. Yep, Emma Nielsen won the Boxycharm. So if you're in the chat, get a hold of me. You can email me. You can jump on Discord and message me. You can message me on YouTube. Whatever you want to do. Just get with me, and I will get your Boxycharm out of here Tuesday. Tuesday, Tuesday. Emma Nielsen. Yep, yep, yep. What else we got? Um, Everybody's talking about Emma Nielsen. Lord speaker, these people need a license to have a baby. I hear you. I hear you. You're ready to start a petition. Yep. Okay, so let's watch the press conference and then we'll talk about it before I run my mouth too much. Let me share screen tab. Please share audio. Oh, there I went. Trying to watch YouTube so that I can see when it's up here. There we go. All right, I'm gonna play this sucker. You tell me if it's loud enough for you guys. Here we go.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Can y'all hear that?
My name is JD Huff, and I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Fruitland. And I just want to start out by saying thank you for attending today. This is this thing is monumental, and it's super important that we have you guys here helping us out, getting some words out here today. So um, I want to start this off by introducing some of my counterparts here, some of my partners that are helping me with this. I'll start out with Special Agent Brian Sullivan with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Captain Matt Sly with the Idaho State Police. I've got Chief John Plaza with the Payette Police Department, Brian Marinelli with the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue Team, and I've got the family of Michael Joseph Vaughn here, Brandy and Tyler and Brandy's sister here today with us. So I'm going to read my press release to you, and then I'll stand by for a few questions for you once we complete this, okay? Today, the Fruitland Police Department, in conjunction with the state police, multiple Treasure Valley law enforcement agencies, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, we continue to search for missing and endangered 5-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughn, MJ to his family and friends. Michael was last seen near his residence on Southwest 9th Street in Fruitland at approximately 6:30 p.m. on July 27th, 2021. Operations to date include the methodical search of the area near Michael's residence, which included 2 irrigation runoff ditches, which were drained by the Fruitland Public Works Department in an extensive search and rescue effort, including the use of canines, aerial, and marine and land support. Idaho Fish and Game officers are continuing to search the river by boat for 4 to 5 miles downriver and back up, and in the sloughs of the Snake River as well. The Fruitland Police Department will continue to organize search and rescue operations with resources provided by the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue Team, the Fruitland Fire Department, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and others. We've received a tremendous amount of support from the Fruitland community and will continue to call upon them, but as needed. We're continuing to seek the public's assistance to identify individuals who are in the area of Southwest 8th, Southwest 9th, and Cornwall Way in Fruitland from 6:30 and 7:15 p.m. on Tuesday, July 27, 2021. If you were in that area or you know someone who was, please contact us at 208-642-6006, extension 0. That's the Payette County Sheriff's Office, and again, a tip line. Even if you don't believe that you have something that's relevant or relevant information to this case, we want you to contact us so we can recreate a complete picture of the time that Michael was last seen. Every minute counts in these investigations when searching for a missing child, and we appreciate the public's support and cooperation as we continue the search for Michael. If you live in the immediate area, please thoroughly search your property to include any outbuildings, vehicles, anything that a 5-year-old kid could get into. We also ask that you review any security camera footage that you may have that may be attached to your house. Video is extremely important to us in these circumstances and these investigations. We're also very grateful for the public's assistance in following up on each lead. We are vigorously following up on each lead that we're getting in. So I want to make it clear that as your tips are coming in, they're not falling on deaf ears. The community knows because they see us out here every single day, pounding the pavement, pounding these rural areas. We are working. We're committed to finding Michael, and we're not going to leave any stones unturned. So you need to understand that the investigation of this child we're using every resource, and it's very intense. We ask that the community only report information from credible sources to law enforcement. And as we know that if we're just coming up with speculation, it causes rumors, and we'd like to have factual information. So please help us out that way so we can chase down factual leads. We also want to emphasize that Michael's family continues to be 100% cooperative with our investigation, and we're asking you to be extremely respectful of their privacy during this situation, and we would appreciate that. Super difficult time, as you would know. So Michael was last seen wearing a light blue Minecraft t-shirt over here on my left, dark blue boxer briefs, a child size 11 sandal, and he stands 3'7" tall. He's 50 pounds. He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and he answers to the nickname Monkey. If you see Michael, have any information that would lead us to his whereabouts or his location, please call the Payette County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006, extension 0. So we just want to extend our appreciation to our community. We thank you for your continued support and the media. And with that, I'll stand for a few questions.
So I was out here the past few days. There's a lot of people driving out here wanting to help, but they weren't really sure. There was some organized stuff, but just what do you want people to do who are wanting to help you guys out? Do you want them to stay out of your way? Is there things that they can do to help support, or kind of what direction you want to get people who want to lend a hand?
Okay, thank you. That's a great question, and we've been getting that quite a bit. I would tell you that where we certainly appreciate the public's wanting to help us, we've evaluated that several times, and it can become a little problematic for us. So what we're asking the public to do at this point is to search their residences and their homes. You never know. We got a 5-year-old kid out there. He can wander in and out of places super easy, into people's backyards. Any place that he could be on a larger piece of property, that's what we're asking the public to do. We have trained professional search teams with search canines that are certified, and we're in these areas that we have been for the last 3 days now. So we're asking for the public to stay out of those areas and let us search those with these certified search teams. They're professionals. They know what they're looking for. A lot of times when we recruit civilian help, they miss things. And so where we have such an intense and such an important goal to accomplish, we don't want to miss a thing. We need to cover those pieces of ground inch by inch with trained searchers who know what they're looking for. And they have canines that accompany them that are trained and certified as well. So we're just asking the public to help us out that way. Let us work through this with trained professionals. At the end of this, if we still find nothing, we may recruit the public's help in another mass area search down the road. But that'll be down the road, and that is an as-needed event. Okay? Thank you. Corey.
I'm sorry. What credible leads have you gotten so far since the last time?
Corey, thank you for the question, but I'm not gonna opine or weigh in on the ongoing investigation into this thing. I just can't do it. So I appreciate that. Our focus and our main focus is finding MJ and bringing him back to his family, and that's where we're at right now. Search and rescue operations, and we're going to continue doing that. So thank you.
And you mentioned canine teams coming in. Were some canines brought in from out of state as well?
Well,
Yes,
they were.
we've got canines, we've had at least 10 specific canine teams from at least 3 different agencies.
I'm sorry, could you step up to the podium for
Yeah.
just a second there? Sorry.
We've had at least 10 separate canine teams from 3 different organizations that span from coast to coast.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Can you touch on more about what these outside agencies are able to bring to the States?
Oh my gosh, thank you for the question. These outside agencies bring everything to the case that I can't. Manpower, resources, equipment, I mean, everything. I mean, the city of Fruitland, we're a small city. We've got 12 officers out here beating the street every day. So bringing these experienced, qualified people into these investigations for us it's just completely incredible, and it's huge for us. The City of Fruitland Police Department we can continue to support our community and handle those calls for service that we need to, while adding support to this team here as we continue this investigation. Yeah, it's incredible. So.
Has any additional equipment been brought outside from the police, like with these agencies?
I don't understand your question. So any other equipment? So we do have drones that have been brought in from the Meridian Police Department. We have an Idaho State Police drone, as well as a Payette County drone and a Sand Hollow fire drone, all of which are pretty sophisticated, and they have FLIR capabilities, and we are continuing to use those as we search.
And just for the people that aren't familiar, could you explain what FLIR is?
FLIR is a forward-looking infrared thermal imaging device, and so we put that up there. We like to primarily do that in areas where it's a little bit cooler, so maybe in the morning or late at night, where we can get a little better signature or heat signature on those devices. And so we're continuing to do that. It's a great resource. So.
And is there anything you can release about? Was there any indication of a direction of travel or a direction that Michael might have gone, or anything of that nature that you can release?
You know, I will tell you that he was last seen there on Southwest 9th. We're still trying to pin down some directions of travel, but I don't have that. You know, our goal is to find him, and we're going to continue hunting. And I will tell you that everything is on the table on this. Okay. So we're going to continue our search and rescue efforts. And I appreciate you guys. I thank you for being out here today. And having said that, would the family like to speak to this at all? Not.
I just want to thank the community and all the enforcement agencies that have been continuously, tirelessly looking for him. And anybody that has any information, please contact the Fruitland PD. We just want our monkey home. We just miss our baby, and we want him home.
Anything helps. Anything.
Okay. Thank you, guys. All right, with that, we'll conclude. I thank you for coming.
Okie dokie, guys. What do y'all think about that? Mm. Let me just tell you, like, whenever I saw it, I started watching the news clips, and this is not a very big community. Let me scoot up here, sorry. This is not a very big community, obviously, but they were showing all of the little businesses in town who are owned by little mom and pop owned restaurants and shops and all of that stuff. And they had all of them out on their signage and the marquees and stuff like that. It had the contact information and the little boy's information. Like if you have any tips on this little boy, call blah blah. And it said, "Sorry, we're closed. Be back later." And so like everybody in the community shut down their businesses to go look for this little boy. It is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. I mean, I know communities come out to help look for these kids, but I mean, right now in this economy, the fact that they shut down just to go pour everywhere and look for this little boy, it was so touching. We get so wrapped up watching true crime stuff and it's always so horrible, but then you get these little glimpses of good people still exist, just good people in everyday America that care about kids. It's not, they're taking responsibility for them. They want to find him. It might not be their kid. They might not know this family, but they want him to come home because it's their community. And it's such a good thing to see. Especially, we've been watching summer, everything unfold with summer now for this is day 47. And the community hasn't been able to do a whole lot. And I think that's why some people are so want to talk about it. I don't know if that's not the word I'm looking for, but are so invested and they don't have a way to look for her. And so everybody's pouring out on social media and they think if they send in tips about random stuff or their theory or whatever, that's helping. And it's really causing a waste of resources, I guess. It's not helpful. So I'm glad to see that they've let the community help look for this little boy, but it's so disheartening that they haven't found anything that I know of. Um, Whoever told me to get a straw, I did it this time. I remembered. Sorry. I'm not going to clink around my eyes this week, apparently. Yeah. Sorry. There are too many kids missing. I'm reading the comments now. But what did you guys think? I thought, I guess what I didn't tear this thing apart and like, oh my god, that's a red flag, that's a red flag, that's a red flag. This one is hard to read, and I'll be honest, if I don't see anything, I'm not going to pretend I do. I'm not going to pick it apart. The parents and the sister looked like they're really supporting each other. At first, when I saw it, I thought they looked really angry, hard. Maybe that's the better word for it. I don't know. But as soon as he asked them to say if they wanted to say anything, that melted. I mean, that completely melted. Even the dad's, stone face. You could tell he's really upset. I wonder if they know something. They kind of look like they know something. But what's weird about the case to me is we're on day 4 and there's no story. Like, I understand whenever they put out an endangered child alert or an Amber alert or whatever they do in your state, um, they try to get a picture and a basic, bang out. This is how tall the kid is. This is what he weighs. This is how old he is. Just a basic thing to get it out really, really fast. But usually they'll go back and fill in some details to help. But still, there's no story. They keep saying the circumstances around the disappearance aren't clear or something, and I'm like, y'all have 6 officials standing there and the family. What do you mean the circumstances aren't clear? What was he doing? Like, are we playing hide and go seek and the kid is super good at it? Do you think it's an abduction? Was there somebody weird in the neighborhood or a car that took off really fast? I mean, I'm not blaming the parents or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, what are we looking at here? Were you inside and then realized the kid had got out? Like, what are we thinking here? Did the kid just get away? Do they think it's an abduction? You know, I mean, I know, my God, at 5 years old, you turn your back on a kid, they're gone. They're gone. And then you add to that people that are up to no good that'll snatch them. I mean, it can happen in a heartbeat. A heartbeat. My God, I hope he's okay. But day 4, they've checked, they've really been searching around the house and stuff. So I don't know. I just think it's so weird that they're not even saying what was going on around the time that he disappeared or who he was with. Like, none of that. And at first, I thought it was weird that the parents hadn't come out, but they released a statement um, through the neighbor. Did y'all see that? And the neighbor said, they just really want everybody to know they're real thankful that you're looking for him. And I thought, that's not a statement I would release. I would be begging more people to get out there and giving more details. I mean, I even thought the write up was strange. Is it just me? Maybe I'm just super critical right now. I don't know. But it's like he wears a size 4 shirt, he wears a size 6 boxer shorts, and a kid's size 11 sandal. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do here? Like, start checking tags as kids walk by me on the sidewalk? Tell me that kid likes dinosaur chicken nuggets. And, if you start whistling the theme song to this cartoon, he'll come running. I mean, give me something here. What is he missing? What does he like? Does he like to play hide and seek? Does he have a favorite stuffed animal? I mean, I'm glad they said that they call him Monkey. That's good. I mean, that's a detail that I would want to know. But I just thought it was weird. Like, here's what size shirt he wears. I'm like, and I don't know that I would know that about my 5-year-old off the top of my head. But I want to know, like, who was he home with? Were they all outside? Were all the kids home? What is going on? I'm gonna catch up because y'all are typing a lot now. Maybe I need to quit asking questions. Start reading. Y'all might have information I don't have. Let's see what you guys are saying. It's always in the back of your mind. First thing you thought too. Too many kids missing. I'll agree with that one. Yeah, I didn't have any red flags. I mean, he didn't look mad. I think the word I was looking for is stoic. I think he's really trying to put on a we're okay kind of thing, which I think is pretty typical for a man in this situation. Um, like, it's completely different than like Caleb Wisnan. Like, that was a hot mess express. That press conference was a mess. But like, you can see him, even though he's trying to stand there and look like he's okay, he's reaching for his wife's hand. And I think that says a lot. They seem really connected. And even her sister, they're holding hands. She grabs her hand when they come out there. And I think that's really genuine. Not that I'm a body language expert or anything. I'm sorry, guys. I drink a ton, but my voice is still being stupid. What else are you guys saying? Y'all know stuff I don't know about this case yet? Stormy with the chance of rainbows. Hello. It's hard for me not to say your name because I know your name. And I always want to finish it with the book, Stormy with a Chance of Meatballs. I used to love that book when I was a little kid. He was supposedly at work. She was supposedly at work. And he was at home with the kids. It's not an Amber Alert because they don't have car information from what I understand in Idaho. And I saw somebody earlier saying that they needed to redo the Amber Alert system, and I'm with you. I think there needs to be a federal Amber Alert system where all the states are the same. Because I know in Tennessee you can get an Amber Alert and it doesn't matter if you have a car description. In some states they don't. I think Idaho is one of those. If there's not a description of a car or anything, they know that they're with a certain person. They don't call it an Amber Alert. It's just an endangered child alert or even a BOLO. Be on the lookout for. They do need to redo that though. The Amber Alert thing. Mom was at work. You heard that Dad went to go change a diaper. I mean, it can happen like that. It can happen like that. But I don't see why they're acting like that's. If that's the story, why aren't they saying that? Why is it we don't really know the circumstances around the disappearance? That makes it sound so much more ominous than, hey, Dad was at home with 3 kids, changing a diaper, turn around, the kid's missing. I mean, that doesn't make him a bad dad. Makes him pretty normal in my book. That could happen to anybody. Shoot. I had 3 kids in car seats at one point. All three of them, when Xander was, I shouldn't say the name. My oldest one was, I had a 5'3" and a 1.5-year-old. My last two were really close together. And I'm telling you, 3 car seats. Whoo. These kids don't look that old. Even I know he's the middle. There's like a little girl that's younger and an older brother, but he doesn't even look that much older. Maybe 7 or 8. He doesn't seem. I mean, those are still 3 little kids. Those would be a handful. That just seems weird that they won't release what was going on. Went outside while Dad was in the other room. He's done this before. Don't have a car. Yeah, I don't blame them. Right now, yeah, I just read that last comment about social media can be ruthless. I absolutely agree. Oh, the other thing I wanted to point out, didn't you think it struck me as really weird that law enforcement said this is a really hard time for the family. We need to give them their privacy. Don't you think that's a weird statement to make at a press conference with a missing kid? That struck me as so weird. If my kid was missing, and I'm not blaming the parents, because it was law enforcement that said it, not the parents. And maybe he regrets saying that. Maybe it was something that just kind of came out. I don't know. But like, if it was me and my kid was missing, I would be like, I don't want privacy. If y'all want to know what kind of underwear I had on yesterday when this kid disappeared, I will tell you. He likes to eat spaghetti with a spoon. He will only drink out of this Barney sippy cup. He only watches Cocomelon and likes dinosaurs. And what else do you want to know? I mean, I would be like open book here, people. Find me my baby. You want to look at his pictures? Look at his pictures. I say that. I've never been in this situation. Maybe that's not what I would say. But in my brain, that's what I think I would do. Especially seeing so many dang missing kids at this point. That's the best thing you can do is say, listen, this is what happened. This is what I was doing. What else can I possibly give you? And give me a daggone polygraph and get this show on the road. Find my baby. But that law enforcement did point out that they are cooperating. So I don't have any like, that's weird. I just thought there was some weird statements. But this could be it's a pretty small town. Maybe they're not used to having missing kids and they don't really know how to handle this the right way. I don't know. It could be to protect the other 2 kids. Yeah, Lord knows. Should have done that in Summer Wells' case, right? Flooded with social media sleuth. Yeah. And from what I can tell, the mom has been. I saw the mom's page on Facebook, and she was putting up a bunch of pictures and telling everything she could about the little boy. And I think they're actually in the Facebook group. I joined the Facebook group. I haven't really dug into it a ton because I've been doing some other stuff. But it doesn't seem like she's closed off or is trying to hold anything back or anything like that. I don't want it to sound like I'm like, mom's being shady because I don't. She doesn't strike me as weird. I thought it was a weird statement by law enforcement, though. Um, but it's good to see their community is really looking for this little boy. Gosh, I hope they find him. Day 4. Hope he's okay. Hope he's okay. Yeah, it could be to protect the other 2 kids. All right, so what else do y'all want to talk about? We can keep talking about this if you want to, but if you want to change it, we'll talk about something. Y'all want to talk about summer? Anything else that's come out this week and interviews that we've watched? What do y'all think about a gag order? Are you going to be happy if there's a gag order in the Summer Wells case? No more interviews by anybody? What are y'all saying? So dad was alone with 2 kids. It's understandable. He's stressed. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Small town. Yeah. Yeah, it does sound like they're finally getting in some outside agencies from like the from out of state and statewide. It sounds like Boise has come in to help them quite a bit. I don't know a ton about Idaho. I've driven through there. That's about it. I went to Red Lobster in Boise once. Wouldn't recommend that. A landlocked state might be the best idea to go eat seafood. Just saying. But there was an Ulta, and I went to there. I take that back. That wasn't in Boise. You know what? Funny story. I'm Southern, y'all. Y'all know I'm Southern. So when my husband got out of the military, we moved from North Carolina all the way to Oregon, and we drove it with 3 kids. It took us about 10 days to get from North Carolina to Oregon, and we stopped all kinds of places. I had a daggone map in my car. I can't believe I'm in with this. Did y'all know that Cracker Barrel makes a road map? They do. And all that's on the road map is everywhere that there's a Cracker Barrel. So I know that when you go west, Cracker Barrel stops at Idaho. There were no Cracker Barrels west of Idaho, Boise. So I lasted a whole year in Oregon, and I said, that's enough of that. I can't do it. I couldn't do Oregon, y'all. So we drove from Oregon to Louisville, Kentucky. And we drove the first day. I'm like, we got to get to Boise. We got to get to Boise because I want Cracker Barrel. So we drove from Roseburg, Oregon to Boise, Idaho the first day with the 3 kids. And I don't think I've ever been so dang happy to get sweet tea, a biscuit with apple butter, and some fried chicken because I think that's what I eat. And blackberry cobbler. I wanted it so bad, and I wanted to buy everything in the daggone gift shop. If you've never been to Cracker Barrel, you do not know what you're missing. It is like an antique store and a restaurant. It is the best thing ever. You can buy cookbooks, cast iron skillet, quilt, clothes, candy you haven't seen since your childhood, 45 different kinds of bottles of root beer, and eat all in the same place. If you haven't been, you should go. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all ready to talk about summer? Okay, I'll quit telling you the Cracker Barrel story. Oh, that was a mess. All right, what are y'all talking about summer? That wasn't worded the best way possible. Story of my life. It could be overwhelming. Okay, that's where I stopped reading. Let's see what I got to catch up with now. Line of fire function in 12 officer. Oh goodness, there's only 12 officers on that whole police force. Yeah, that is small. Do y'all remember how many were there in the West Boys case? The California City one? What wasn't it really small like that? Was it just 10 or 12 police on that one too before they transferred it back to the bigger town, Bakersfield? If there's a gag order, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a crime per se. It's they want people to quit talking. It's screwing with their investigation. That's what that means. Usually you don't see that until there's charges brought, and then um, the media is not allowed in the courtroom. Usually the lawyers aren't allowed to talk. None of the witnesses are allowed to talk, and the accused is not allowed to talk. That's what a gag order is basically. But I'm telling you, if I was investigating Summer Wells, I would want people to shut up because they're talking everywhere. Um, and my goodness, the stories that are flying, they're all um, they're all different. They're all different. California City had 13 officers. I thought it was pretty close to that. Um, yeah, I hope she's found too. It would be. I mean, not just for the family not to have any kind of closure, but my God, the rumors that are going around the case. If they didn't find Summer, that would be absolutely devastating because it would never clear anybody. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's rumors about the kids, about H, about Candace, about Dawn, about Grandma, about everybody. Dawn's son. I think it would be really, really bad, devastating if they never got anywhere with Summer. Not to mention that she would be missing. I can't imagine living not knowing what happened to my kid. I can't even imagine how miserable that would be. California 13. Got that part. What is Bub's interesting question? You scroll up so I can see. Are they trying to shut Chris up? Huh. That is an interesting question. What do y'all think? Why do you think it's now as opposed to when, what was the channel that interviewed all the people? The Unmasked? Is that the name of the channel that interviewed a lot of people? Why do you think they're doing it now instead of then? Do you all think that there's a problem with Chris interviewing, knowing who Chris is? What do y'all think about that? I look at Chris as an extension of law enforcement. I didn't mind him interviewing people nearly as bad as some of the other people that have interviewed him. Do you know what I mean? They're with Cold Case Foundation. I figure in my brain, I just think of him as an extension of law enforcement. I would imagine anything that he did, I, I would assume that he cleared with law enforcement and then would turn anything over. And, I don't think Chris does stuff just because he has a YouTube channel. Um, Hello, Catherine. You could be late. It's okay. I didn't call roll or anything. It's all right. I think they're putting a gag order on Dawn. Yeah. Well, daggone. I wonder why they changed the time of the live because I changed the time of this live so that they would have a full hour and a half because I knew all of us wanted to watch it. Yeah, Chris from the interview room, your live schedule is really starting to screw with mine. You need to get stuff in order. I'm kidding. I'm a member of his channel though. I support what they do. I think he's a good guy. I don't see problems with Chris either, Paisley. I think Dawn I don't know. I think Donna's the problem. Yeah, I bet you that everything that Chris has recorded, including what I would say there's some really good tidbits on the stuff that he hasn't aired. Because he said that the interview with Allie and Hunter was 4 hours long. I bet you there's some good stuff in there that we're never going to see. I think that he has better integrity than that. You know what I mean? I really enjoy Chris's content. He is still law enforcement. Yeah, he is to me. I mean, I know he's retired, but the work that he does with the Cold Case Foundation, I think, is every bit as demanding, and I think he's treating it like a full time job. I mean, my goodness, they're going all over the country in an airstream trying to help these cases, and he's juggling them all. He's still trying to help with Maya Maletti, trying to do Summer. However, they're still connected to Suzanne Morphew's case. They're juggling that, and I think I'm forgetting one, another one that he's. What, what else does Chris talk about? He talks about Daybell a little bit, but Morphew, Maletti, Summer, Daybell. Maybe I think there's one more, but I can't put my finger on it. Yeah. So let's talk about Grandma for a minute. I have a theory in my head, like everybody else does. I know everybody has one, and mine is not worth any more than anybody else's. But since I have a platform, I've changed my mind about some of the players, so I don't feel comfortable putting it on YouTube. Um, I just don't. I will put it on Discord. I'm going to type it out and put it on Discord just to talk about it because I do want to talk about it, but I don't think that it's appropriate to put on social media, if you know what I mean. That's just out there. Um, and there's plenty of questions I still have that could fill in some gaps for me, but I think I have a theory. But what do y'all think about Grandma? Or do we all agree Grandma's gone? If you don't think Grandma has left Tennessee, put a 1 in the chat. Let's hope they have a tail on her. Let's hope they have a lot of stuff on her. Chris does great. I think so too. Kelly Brandon. Thank you, Algo. You're right. You're right. So I've heard rumors that Grandma took a polygraph, but that's like everything else. It's not nailed down. This case is like nailing Jello to the wall. I have no idea if she's actually been interviewed. She gave a statement to the newspaper, and the statement was like 3 or 4 sentences. To my knowledge, I've never seen her on camera. I've never seen um, to to me. I don't think she's been to any of the prayer vigils or any of that kind of stuff. So, and I could be wrong about that, but to my knowledge, anyway, that's going on. Well, I don't see any daggone one. So we're all playing with the ball. She's not in Tennessee. Do you guys think she left town before or after Chris's Hunter interview? I probably should have told y'all some numbers. If you think she skipped town before Chris came to town, put a 1 in the chat. After. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. Okay. I'll get some more answers in here. I'm trying to think how I want to word this. What?
Do you want some dinner?
Not right now.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a teenager who forgets. Hey, I'm going live. Y'all leave me alone. Means don't open my door and ask me if I want dinner. They're good kids though. How many of y'all's kids come ask you if you want dinner? My oldest son is like a cook extraordinary. He loves to cook. He likes ordering those meal kits that you get in the mail. He's obsessed with those things, and I'm like, I love you the most. You are my favorite oldest kid in the world. That's what I've told my kids since they were little. You were my favorite Noah in the whole world. And then they all thought they were so special. All right, so we're all on the same page. Grandma has skipped town, and she did it before Chris came to town. Okay, do you think? How do I want to word this? Do you think her leaving town is innocent? Put a 2 in the comments so that I can divide these buggers up. If you think Grandma leaving town is just innocent, put a 2 in the chat. As in doctor's appointment. I'm trying to think of reasons why you would skip town. Um, Maybe she had plans before all this happened, like this was something that she was going to do. Anybody think that this is just an innocent thing that she's disappeared? You're not so sure. Yeah. You don't have enough info to make that statement. Yeah. Y'all think that it's weird that Grandma hasn't done an interview? Put a 1. Like with anybody, or do you think? I mean, it's valid. You might think that that's smart that she's not talking. I'm just trying to ask questions. I don't know what everybody's thinking. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to ask some more questions that I asked last week just to see if anybody's changed. And we might have a different group of people. I don't know. Does anybody think abduction of any type, stranger, known, abduction, like somebody came in and snatched her? Could be family, could be nobody. I mean, not nobody, but you know what I mean? That she was picked up and physically taken off of that property. Just put a Y. That way I quit 2 numbers. Do you think that it could be an abduction at all of any kind? I feel like I'm asking a magic 8 ball. Am I close? All right, y'all are my people. They about run you out on a rail if you say that on a lot of channels. They think that's ridiculous. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Do you think that Summer, does anybody think that Summer walked off? Just walked off for some reason? That she's lost? Let's just put it that way. Does anybody think Summer's lost? Ooh, some people are typing. Let's see what y'all are saying. She knows something but wanted to get away from the pain. Yes, no, maybe is a real answer. Yeah, I'll go. Like, I have a theory, but I haven't ruled anything out. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend that I really know. Everybody's saying no. All right, I'm going to ask another question, and y'all probably going to think this is so random. Do you think that June 15th has any significance in her disappearing? The date. Does the date have any significance to her disappearing? An accident might have had drowning dog attack. She might have wandered off. Someone she knew and the dogs knew. No. I don't think Grandma needed law enforcement to leave town, permission to leave town, because they don't have a person of interest named. They haven't even gotten a search warrant. I don't think they would have any cause to tell her she couldn't leave. But that's my opinion. Obviously, I'm not illegal, anything, or any kind of law enforcement, but from what I understand, they wouldn't have a reason to tell her that she couldn't leave. Oh, no. Nobody thinks that date has any. Oh, wait. I didn't. Yeah. Y'all don't think. Okay. Well, maybe nobody else is thinking what I am then. Okay. Do you think the flower pots, her planting flowers, have any significance to this story whatsoever? I know this probably sounds so random. Like, if I didn't know what in the world I was trying to say, I would be like, Jessica, you've lost your dang mind. No, nobody thinks the flower pots have any significance. Okay. Does anybody think Summer was just, God forbid, just like flat out murdered maliciously? No accident, but she's actually been murdered. The swing is suspicious to you. Possibly murdered, but most of y'all don't think so. So I'm taking it just from these answers. The majority of people think this is an accident that's been covered up. That's what everybody's kind of going towards, an accident. The reason I asked why, like the murdered thing, because a lot of people said that Candace was extremely jealous of Summer, like she might have gotten rid of her. I was just curious if anybody thought that was here. We all think, not we all, but you guys all, everybody kind of thinks it's an accident that got covered up. Yeah, there are so many dang possibilities. I agree. I agree. I agree. So if you had, okay, I've got like two more and then we'll talk about something else. Do you think Summer made it home? Do y'all think Summer made it home from the swimming hole thing? After all these little pit stops or whatever, do you even think Summer made it home that day? Oh, you guys are split on that one. Maybe. No, maybe no. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't think the parents have anything to do with it. I think the parents are innocent. I will. I'll. Like I said, I don't feel comfortable putting what I think like in a video on social media or whatever because it involves a lot of people. I'll put it in Discord. I mean, I don't care to tell people what it is. I just don't want it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Now that we have Discord, you guys, I don't care. I'll get in a voice chat with you guys. I'd like to hear what everybody thinks about it. Just because I don't want to put it on YouTube doesn't mean I won't talk about it. I think it's interesting. Y'all can get on Discord and we can jump in a voice chat and see what everybody's thinking. I think that would be fun. Okay, so the other thing about the summer case that popped off this week, what do y'all think about the craziness that went on between Tim Coop and Dave Rader with EquiSearch? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Did y'all watch that on Duty Ron? Still, you guys are still thinking it's an accident. I'm trying to catch up while y'all ask each one other thing. Yeah, the John Walsh story is the thing of nightmares. 7 seconds. 7 seconds. But you know, his story is proof that God can make something really good out of the worst circumstances. As that little boy, I mean, I know that's an absolute tragedy, but we have the database for the missing and exploited children afterwards, and that they have done so much good work. And the same with Tim Miller. You know, his daughter's disappearance, Laura, her murder is absolutely horrendous, and she's never, he's never gotten justice or closure or anything. Closure is such a bad word. I don't know how you get closure over a murdered child. But my God, the work that that man has done since all of that happened to Laura, oh man, Tim Miller is a walking miracle to me. Y'all need to keep him and EquiSearch like in your good thoughts and prayers. And if you've got the money to throw it that way, do it because my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about that thing. Let me see what we got here. Thank you, Carolina girl, for the super chat. What did I say? I think if someone took Summer, they were lying in wait at the house. Let's. I'm gonna ask another question about that because I forgot. Did Chris's interview, any of them, Chris's coverage of Hunter Alley, Candace at the swimming hole, or at the house, did it change your opinion at all? Did Chris's interviews change your opinion of the case? Because I know people were opinionated before it. It completely changed the way I looked at everything. No, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It humanized Candace. That's a good comment. I think you're right. It completely changed the way that I looked at Candace. But I mean, let's be honest. Her interview with Chris, I keep wanting to say both days, but it was the same day. But both interviews are night and day compared to what she looked like in the interview with Dawn, and even just the way she appeared at the prayer vigils and stuff in at church after Summer went missing. Complete night and day. That was okay. Brown and Girl says that was. Oh, you're talking about. Yeah, I'll get back to that. Um, the thing between Dave Rader and Tim Coop was The weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. It was so dang dramatic to have been two professional people. I was like, what am I watching here? Did you all like, what was your opinion of it? Did any of you watch it all? I mean, or did everybody just go, this is ridiculous and cut it off? I know a lot of people didn't watch it. You listened to most of it. Let me scroll up. I keep thinking how quickly and easily, yeah, Elizabeth Spar, Polly Klaus were taken from their properties. Absolutely. It happened so dang quick. And not even one that's like, in my brain, this is the same. You guys might think that these aren't connected, but like the Delphi case, Abby and Libby, if you guys, I watch Gray Hughes, I really enjoy his work, and he covers that case. Shoot, he'll have today's Sunday, he'll have a Delphi call in tonight. So if you don't know much about that case, go watch it. He'll fill you in. Um, that happened so quick. If you really narrowed down the timeline from the time the girls got to the park to what time that the dad came to pick them up, the window of time between them getting on the bridge and what happened was really, really fast. It really, I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like 35 minutes, right? For like it's the amount of time that they would have been targeted and taken off with. I don't know how long. Oh, I don't even like thinking about that. How long that took, to whatever happened to them, happened. But that's so quick. That's so quick. You keep going back to H's father and friends being there a while back. Yep. Yes, about Candace, she seemed honest. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, let's get back to the Dave Rare thing. I see. Didn't see it. Please explain. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you my version of it, but if you want to see the whole thing, well, yeah, he did play it. I can say that. If you go to Duty Ron's channel, Dave Rader was on there, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday maybe. And it's a whole thing about EquiSearch and clearing up a rumor or something. Um, from what I understand, somebody interviewed Tim Coop. Tim Coop is the head of the rescue squad over Hawkins County, and if he is the guy that you guys saw in the press conferences, like when the horse took off, he's the one that I said looks like he is absolutely exhausted and had lost some weight. But he was kind of the liaison between all of the rescue. He was put in charge of doing all the search stuff, basically. Law enforcement investigates. He's in charge of helping all the search, the grids, and all that mess, coordinating that stuff. So Dave Rader from Midwest EquiSearch said that they don't really coordinate with law enforcement, but that he would talk to Tim Coop, that he was going to be the liaison between him and law enforcement. And they asked permission to come search again. And Tim Coop gave an interview with somebody else after it was over with, and he said that a lot of agencies were asking to come back, and he told them no. But that Dave Rader said that they wanted to come back, and I guess the decision was made okay because it wasn't going to cost anybody anything because they're a nonprofit group and they don't charge law enforcement or the family or anything like that. It's all volunteer professionals. They're not just everyday people. They're professionals that come do it. And he's like, we want to look at this place, and this place. And Tim Coop says, well, if any of that is private property, there's nothing we can do. We can't get search warrants and that kind of stuff for you, but that's on you guys, which is understandable. And so I guess there was a complete breakdown in communication. He said, Dave Rader said when he called Tim that he wouldn't answer the phone. So all the communication was by text and by email, and it was very sporadic. They couldn't nail stuff down. But he came anyway, and they did the search. And then, hold on a second. Let me read this. Okay. Um, and then he said, yeah, Tim Coop in this interview said, yeah, he didn't really coordinate with us. And they came in and I guess they did their search, but they never turned anything over, didn't file any reports. They just left town, which sounds terrible. So then Dave Rader was upset because he said they kept getting phone calls like, what the heck did y'all do? Why didn't you get with, the rescue squad? Why didn't you do that? And he says that the communication was so bad that he didn't even know who to give the report to until Tuesday, and that he was trying to get Tim Coop to talk to him. And so he even stayed back a day. Everybody else went home, and Dave Rader stayed in Rogersville an extra day just trying to do the reports. And so he gave the reports and he asked them if he would retract his statement because they got a lot of flack, I guess, on social media going, what the heck are y'all doing? And I guess he released a statement that with the same guy that interviewed him, and it said, Midwest EquiSearch found zero things that needed to be turned in to law enforcement, and they have now turned over a report. Basically, they didn't find anything. And I guess that upset or not Tim Rader, Dave Rader. And so he asked to come on Duty Ron show to clear it up. So, um, and so as the thing went on, it just seemed so dramatic to me. Do you know what I mean? It seems so dramatic. And the whole time I'm like, okay, we're 45 minutes into this live stream, and I'm like, what the hell does this have to do with summer? Do you know what I mean? That's what I thought. So then somebody asked, will you go back? Would you go back and do another search? And he said he didn't know. And I was like, are you kidding me? What do you mean you wouldn't come back? Not only is it ridiculous, I think, for two men to be having a pissing contest, because that's what it looks like to me, Tim Coop has even stepped back. Like, he's not the liaison because they've scaled back the search so dang much. The entire case has been handed back over to the sheriff's department. So the rescue squad wouldn't even have anything to do with it. Why would you go on YouTube and say, I don't know if I would even go back and look for her again? That irritated me. So then the next thing is he says that he took all of the volunteers and they went down to the swimming hole, right? And he said Candace and Robin. Robin is the Sunday school teacher for summer that's done some interviews and has been with the family. That's so nice. He said that Candace and Robin were at the swimming hole and Candace was giving an interview. I'm going to assume by the timing of it, it's Chris's interview. And he said he saw Candace and she didn't say anything to him. And he made it a point that he has never gone where the family didn't just, claw at his legs, hugging him and thanking him and doing what, like falling over themselves to thank him for coming to look. But to me, I thought it seemed so petty because he was just on duty, Ron. What is it, the day before they did the search? And he was saying that the family was so shady that this case didn't make any sense to him and he expected that they would be arrested. I'm not saying that's a direct quote, but basically he was saying something's going on with these parents. If I was Candace, assuming here, I would be watching every dang thing I could, right? If I'm Candace, I would be watching YouTube. I would be a nervous wreck. If I saw the people coming to search for my daughter saying that and I was innocent, if I saw them out town, I don't think I would go hug their neck. Because I wouldn't feel like they were looking for Summer. I would feel like they're looking for evidence that I killed her. I don't know that I could do that. So, like, the parting line of this interview to me seemed to be I can't work with Tim Coop, and Candace doesn't appreciate that I'm looking for her little girl, so I'm out, people. And that rubbed me the wrong way. I can't imagine Tim Miller saying that. And maybe, I don't know. Do y'all agree with me, or am I being dramatic and reading it the wrong way? It just rubbed me the wrong way the whole interview because I just wanted to say, what does this have to do with summer? What does this have to do with summer? Let me see what y'all are saying because I just read my mouth for a long time. You think some of law enforcement's a bit jealous of them? And by them, do you mean Echo Search? That's what I'm assuming. It's pathetic. 99% of this stuff doesn't have to do with summer. I agree. Nothing to do with summer. You didn't know that. It's ego. Sounds childish. He needs to go check his ego. Yeah, you'd run up and hug somebody's neck that was accusing me of murdering my child. You are my people. I'm with you on that one. I feel sorry for Robin. I feel sorry for Robin. Yeah. I mean, in my brain, Tim Miller can do no wrong. I'll be quite honest. Tim Miller is an amazing man. He is, in a world that we live in right now, we don't deserve Tim Miller, in my opinion. That man has walked through hell and back and has helped so many families through his grief. That's something that not a lot of people can do. And I've seen him talk about some crazy things. I'll be quite honest, I wish Tim Miller would come work on Summer's case. I do. And he's going through hell with his health right now. The only person I've ever heard him say negative things about were Casey Anthony, and it should have been Casey Anthony, and then recently talking about Samuel Olson, that his dad's girlfriend. I'm not gonna call her stepmom because she's not. What is her name? I can't think of her name. But I think he flushed her out. I think that's why she got caught. He made her interview, made her talk, and then she moved Sam's body, and they found him. Um, he sued Casey Anthony though. Good for him. Of course, she filed bankruptcy so she wouldn't have to pay him. But he did sue her. He took her to civil court because he came down there and spent $175,000, I think, looking for Kaylee. Teresa, Teresa Balboa, thank you. I'll go. I swear to God, you know all the freaking answers. I'm just going to ask you, have you got this case figured out? I think you know all the answers. You fixed my Discord channel server. You know all the answers. Let's see what everybody else is saying. They agree. Hawkins County. Law enforcement has little man syndrome. Ego is spot on. Candace probably thought she was supposed to stay out of their way. You know, that's a valid argument. I could see that. And, well, I kind of think if she's given an interview, what is she supposed to do? He is a pure angel here on this earth. I agree. Does anybody here watch my videos? The world needs more. I've done one. Mr. Rogers, I'm sorry, I hear somebody yelling outside. I'm like, what is going on? Mr. Rogers, and I've done one on Maya Angelou. Have y'all seen them? I'm working on a Tim Miller one and a Dolly Parton one, which is quite quite a combination. I won't put them together, but I do. I just I love Tim Miller. He is Captain America and Superman, all pushed together. I hope that man lives forever. Yeah, Casey Anthony is awful. I wish he was doing the search for Summer. He's, you know what? What do y'all think? Would you rather Chris from the interview room do all these interviews or Tim Miller? I think I would pick Tim Miller, to be quite honest. I think if I wanted to figure some stuff out, I'd send Tim Miller in because he don't have any of that. He doesn't put up with that crap. You love Dolly. Yeah, I love Dolly. A lot of people don't know a lot of the charity work that she does. She has some really amazing stuff going on here in Tennessee. I'm gonna to do a video on her. Her story is amazing. People suck. Candace is not a people person. No, she's not. Um, no, she's not. You think that they will wait? Let me read the first of that. Whoa, click on that. Will we ever? Whoa, where'd they go? I think they're hyper focused. Building a case against the parents. I think they'll be charged. God, I almost said I hope not. I hope whoever did it gets charged, absolutely. But I hope that they're not just under a spotlight and think we've got to arrest somebody if they don't really know what happened. I mean, absolutely. Whoever's done anything to this little girl should be in matching bracelets and the book thrown at them. Anybody that hurts kids is beyond help. I was talking to somebody the other day, and she's from Australia. She's like, "Who's Mr. Rogers?" And I'm like, "He's the American childhood." I don't know how else you sum him up. Mr. Rogers was something else, you know. You still think an accident happened? They might not know. A lot going on in that house. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh, I didn't even scroll these. Daggone, I missed a lot of comments. I hope that you guys like this because I like reading the comments and feel like I'm talking to you guys. It's not scripted. Yeah, there's a lot of people waiting on Chris's interview. Oh, let's get ready to start. I'm gonna cut you guys loose because I know y'all want to watch it, and so do I. Um, Plus we've been here for an hour and a half, you guys. Thank you for spending time with me on Sunday. That yeah, Chris's interview room thing, waiting on this thing since yesterday. There was like 100 and something people in his chat talking yesterday, and I'm like, it's 20 hours away, y'all. What are we doing here? Why are we doing this so dang early? But anyway, yeah, there's a ton of people over there waiting. I think it's going to be a good interview, and I want to know what he has to say because I'm dying to know if there is a gag order. So I'm going to join the Discord server if that's something that you want to do. Obviously, it's free, all that fun stuff. I have channel membership open now if that's something you're interested in. Patreon is open if that's something you're interested in. Um, we're all going to go watch Chris's interview room thing right now. And the winner, Emma Nielsen, is the winner of the Boxycharm. So if you're still here or you're watching the playback, get a hold of me. Come get on Discord, send me a message, send me an email, whatever. I will get a hold of you. But if you get a hold of me really quick, I will get that mailed out Tuesday. And I will talk to you guys next Sunday. I'll schedule this again for next Sunday. How's that sound? Good? Good. All right, guys. I'm going to cut y'all loose. Let's go watch this interview over there. Bye.